Starting the day right. Oh, start. What's up, everybody? This is Jube from Section 122, ArgosEndzone.com, getting ready for Week 17 action. Season's wrapping up. Argos travel to Winnipeg, take on the Blue Bombers. Let's take a quick look back at what happened last week. I know, none of us want to relive it. Although it did get the replay after almost 1 million people were tuning in on Thanksgiving Monday to watch this game. Argos drop a heartbreaker to the Ticats in Guelph last week as Ricky Ray throws his first interception of the season on the final offensive play for the Argos in the end zone. Give credit where credit's due. Hamilton's defense played really well, and their offense, Gable allowed for a lot of diversity and a lot of mixing up for the Hamilton offense that the D just couldn't key on anything. Still made it close, though. I mean, they were within a touchdown. They were within 6 points at the end and just didn't make it happen. Okay, all right. Moving on. So, traveling to Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, eliminated from the playoffs, basement dwellers in the East, but are starting to roll right now as they were able to beat Montreal in Montreal last week. So this could be an interesting game as the Argos coming off 2 straight losses, traveling to Winnipeg, that might be getting a little bit of momentum, playing spoiler right now. So Toronto's got to treat this as a very, very important game. Every game is important, of course, but you can't look beyond them to try to look into the playoffs. So I think that the Argos are going to have to make sure that, well, again, Ray getting back into his rhythm. He was playing well, he was moving the ball, and then just kind of made a bit of a reach in that last throw. Easy for me to say from the sidelines, right? Or should I say my couch? But I think that there were some high points there. That the Argos were, again, as Ray does, he mixes it up. There's no one guy to key on the offense to try to shut them down. So if they keep that diversity in there, if the running backs can stay healthy, because Norwood had some good runs there last week. I think Cackert was just on the single game disabled list. So if he's back, then again, more diversity, more packages to mix it up there for more things for the Winnipeg defense to think about. On the Argos side of defense, they've got to, all right, I'm not going to tell anybody how they're feeling, but it didn't seem to be that sense of urgency that I thought that we were going to come out of on that Monday game. So they got to step up, right? They've got to put pressure on whoever's going to be taking the snaps in Winnipeg this week. They got to make sure that Simpson isn't a factor on the ground and just hit him in the mouth and make sure they don't want to play anymore. The Winnipeg Stadium can get very, very loud, so that'll be a factor for the Argos offense, is being able to communicate. From everything I heard, Guelph was very loud, and Winnipeg is a bigger stadium with better acoustics, so they've got to be aware for that. So I think that we're going to keep an eye on the offensive side of the ball this week. I think that Chad Owens was showing some of that 2012 juke and jive that was starting to work there late in the game. I think he's due for that big breakout game. Ricky Ray with another game back under his belt should be getting that rhythm a lot better. Keep an eye on the Flying Hawaiian to make a statement this week. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm seeing a Pat Watkins game. He was on the 1-game suspended list for personal issues. Don't know what they were. None of my business. That's why they called it personal. So I'd like to see him coming back fully focused and recharged to make an impact like he did on the last road trip with the, 4 interceptions in 2 games that he had on the last Western road swing. So that's what I'd like to be looking for on this week here on the offense and defensive side of the ball. But who should you be following this week? This one is a little bit easy for me. I'm going to say you should be watching Dr. Inman, or Mr. Inman 11. He does a lot of tweeting there on game day. I don't know if it's his routine and rhythm getting ready for the game, but if you haven't seen the Slam Cam video with him and Barnes on Ripple, you got to check it out. It's awesome, and it makes me want to do it if I had the means. If I can get enough guys together and start carrying around a basketball hoop. It's a good time. But yes, follow Dontrell Inman. It'll be a good time. Promise, you won't be disappointed. So, prediction time. Now, anybody who watches this regularly, all 4 of you, will remember that local boy, Carl Fitzgerald, is from Peterborough. I worked with him, super guy, drafted by the Bombers this past offseason, and he's now a regular starter out of the fullback position for Winnipeg. So I'm always going to be conflicted when he's playing against our beloved Toronto Argos. In a nutshell, I want Carl to have a great game, but I want his team to lose. Right? Makes sense, right? So, from prediction, though, I'm hoping that we're going to see a very, very angry Argos team looking to reassert itself as the number 1 seed in the East, which would mean total dominance on all 3 facets of the ball. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's what I'm going to call the big spread here. This is going to be the I'm thinking 4219. I don't know why. This 4219 was the number coming in my head. I put no previous thought into this or research. Only to say that it should be 4220 to cover that rouge. Cool. October, of course, is the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the CFL has gone full bore into this, keeping things under control, making their contributions. I'm just switching up hats here, trying to think that might snap the Argos out of the doldrums. You know what a real fan does, right? They think that what they do has an immediate impact on the performance on the field. So remember to think pink, get your pink gear, save the boobs, boys and girls. All right. So Saturday, TSN, watch it. Cool. Make sure that you're voting for Jube of the Year. Voting will be closing shortly. Get your nominations in. There will be a trophy. You can drink out of it. We will present it before the season is over. Be a part of that. Make sure to like this video and make any comments that you'd like to see, because we want to give you what you want to see. We like to entertain you, or even just a little bit, killing some time for you. So, enjoy the game, folks. And until next time, this is Jube from 122, saying, Argos End Zone, we ride the rail, and we ride it hard.